In this video, what I'm going to do, I've got a ceiling fan that I want to show y'all here real quick. I already opened it up and kind of looked in it. Number one, when I got it, I was like, wow, this thing is big. And if you're like me and you have an old style ceiling fan like this one right here that's kind of looks a little rough and it's time to upgrade, I highly recommend one of these because I had seen this and I'd seen this installed and I went ahead and picked me one up. And looking over it here, you know, even Maximo's a little interested in it. It freaks him out when he starts seeing all kinds of cool boxes. Looking over it, you see the blades that come with it. These are high impact injected molded plastic there. I'm gonna go ahead and take all the blades out, and it looks like you get 6 blades with this thing. And just going over the user manual, you can kind of see the overall look of this thing. It comes with a remote, but it also has a little app to it, and I will show y'all this. You're gonna need a wrench, a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver. You're gonna need a ladder, and probably some tape and pliers, which I have all of this stuff, so that's easy to get together. Looking at the blades, it shows you how to install the mounting bracket and blades. You can actually put it on a 15-degree angle. This looks to be some sort of, probably bottom base. That's the actual base itself to the light. And a big piece of foam. Oh, check it out. You get a little cover there. A little cover on that side. Oh, these are different size covers. I see that. So that's the cover, like the base covers. That must be some sort of controller unit. There's the actual like remote with the fan, the different light settings and all that. I will cover all that when I get it installed. Another bracket. That's a bracket, another install bracket. That looks like a more beefier bracket. That's probably some sort of tubing that runs down. It has a wire on it. More tubing there. This is the actual unit itself. And it looks like you get all the hardware you need. So let me go ahead and clean all this up, get it laid out, and I'll go over with y'all and show you everything you get with it. So let's do that now. All right, everybody, I got it all laid out here on the floor. I just went over all the instructions and made sure I have. And this is what I normally do when I get products in like this. So everything that's supposed to be with it is with it. So now what I'm gonna do is kind of start going over it, looking around to see how it gets put together, and then get me a ladder, get all my tools, and start putting this together. And I got my helper here, Maximo. You know, he's already checking out the base and making sure everything's up to spec. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this thing now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the power and uninstall that bracket up there. And then I have the fan built, so it wasn't that bad. Once you run the wire here, you put all the blades on. So you put the 6 blades on using these 2 screws here and all the screws. And then you run this tube using that, and you got a little set pin right there. You run your wires through here, and then on the bottom of this thing, showing y'all the bottom, that's basically a magnetic stick, and you see how the wire just runs to there, and this frame goes on there. Very simple to install. I assembled the fan in like 10 minutes once I kind of figured it out. It looks like a lot when you first get it. You're thinking it's going to be a lot, but when it starts coming together, it comes together pretty fast and it's easy. So now what I'm going to do is get my bracket. I'm going to mount this bracket to my ceiling, and then this is going to run in there like that, and then these 2 wires just plug up right here. So it's kind of like plug and play, and these get wired into the actual wiring in the house, and this is what you're going to use to screw it to the top of the ceiling. They do give you an extra pole if you want to go longer and have the ceiling fan hanging down a little lane, but I just went with the regular pole that came with it. So let me go ahead and take down the old fan and get it wired up, and then I'll come back when I have this wired up. So let's do that now. All right, y'all, I'm going to show you exactly how I installed this now that I have it installed here. So this bracket right here will screw directly into the ceiling. You click in these wires here and that wire there. That's the fan motor. That's the actual LED lights. There's the power coming out of the ceiling. So you can see I wired the power up right there. These covers, I did have to take my drop tube down and put these covers on, and you can see how that cover is just going to close up right there. And then I'm going to run the 2 screws right there. This cover right here slides down on the tube. So you're going to put this on before you put the drop tube on, and then you're going to lift it up, and then it just slides in right here. Super easy. You know, this whole system took me maybe 30, 45 minutes. The biggest part was putting it all together here, removing the old one. That was annoying, getting down the old one, because they had painted around all this, and I had to pry my old fan off of there. But yeah, you could see this all came together, and you could see how it looks there. So that's wired up. It's ready to go. All right, once you get it all installed, I just push this up, And then all I did was, like, I had to go get longer screws because of the distance from here to here, and it was a number 8 by 32 screw. So I went and got longer screws, 1.25 inches, so that way I could get up in there a lot cleaner. You won't need that if you're mounted flush up, but the way my ceiling is, I'm not mounted flush. So that's why I got that little cap there, and you could see how nice and neat that went on there, and I just tightened it down with my little screwdriver there, and there you go. So all of that, and that goes on there like that, and that's on there like that. So it's completely installed right now. So there you go, everybody. Now that it's installed, let me just kind of go over the remote functions and the functionality of this 52-inch ceiling fan. So this is the 52-inch large blades with LED lighting, and it is dimmable and controllable. Check this out. So right now it's on the low setting. When I hit that, it goes right to high setting. When you hit, so you got 3 modes. You got 1, 2, 3, and I think that's like 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. That's the temperature lighting. Look at that. Goes to that, hits that. It's a little higher. I like that one right there. But check it out. You could, the coolest feature is just hold this button down. Look how I can adjust it all the way down to very low and then all the way back up to high. And then it has a timer down here at the bottom to do a timer on and off. And to turn it off, just hit the LED button in the middle or hit the off button in the upper right-hand side, upper left-hand side, sorry. So to turn the fan on, you got 2 ways of doing it. You got 1 through 6 right here. Let me just go ahead and hit and check it out. If you hit it twice, it'll actually turn in the opposite direction. So this way is going clockwise. Watch this, everybody. Hit the button twice, it turns the fan off. Now watch. See this upper right-hand side? See that little symbol there? Let it come to a complete stop. Now it's at a complete stop. Watch this. Hit the upper right-hand symbol. So if you need to change fan directions, check that out. It took it a minute, but it figured it out. Now it's going counterclockwise, so it's pulling air up, and the other way is pushing air down. Now I can feel there's like a suction going on right here. So is that not awesome? You can go left or right on your fan blades just right here with this one button. Power on, so if you just hit this power off, it just turns off everything right there. This thing has an app available with it. To access the app, go to the back of the user's manual. There's a QR code to click, and then you go through the steps. And here's the app itself. And let me just show y'all how well this app works. So you got the app here. So let's say down here in the right left-hand corner, there's the light. Look, that works. Hit that button, changes the temperature of the light. All 3 of those change the temperature of the light. There's a timer on it. Look how you can go a timer from 1 through 8 as far as timing. So if you want to set it to go off in 8 hours, you can do that. So you got R and F, and that's fan directional speed. You have a sleep timer on the light. And then this RGB, I think that might be something they thought about adding, but I couldn't figure out what these things do. But then check this out. You can dim the light right here by using that slider. Look how I can dim it. And then to turn the fan on, I can turn the fan on using this slider. Check it out. And that lets you know that the fan is going. And I could do this in the other, this is Bluetooth, so it goes like up to 30 feet. So, and then if you just want to turn everything off, you can just hit that button right there in the middle. And that turns everything off. So I was very impressed with the app. It worked extremely well. Highly recommend this fan to anyone that's just needing a good ceiling fan, just to kind of like have a lot of additional features. I love the looks of this. It looks awesome. Has that casing around it, has adjustable lighting, big fan blades, is great for any house. It's not the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing to do. I've installed these fans before and they worked out just fine, and this one was just as easy. So yeah, that's all I got today, everybody, on the IWANU 52-inch LED adjustable fan. See you guys in the next video. Woo!